Stop chewing your paws, baby. Stop chewing your paws. It's not good for you. No. No. Don't chew your paws. Should move this microphone, shouldn't we? And then we can have you up on the chair and people can see you. Yeah. Hello, Wheezy. Hello, Tids. Hello, Rocket. No, it's definitely afternoon. I am a little bit behind. I hope you're all doing well today. Oh, an itchy nose. Which is not fun. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that, Tids. I hope whatever's causing the problem is something that can be resolved, and soon. You could do with some time where things aren't rough for a change. Got the Master Grade GM to a good point. Legs and skirt armor assembled. Nice. Congratulations, Rocket. You know what? I think because I have failed to do something that is very important in Porthos's mind for the last couple of days. I think we're going to start the stream with his advent calendar. Mine can wait until after the stream. Nobody needs to watch me eat chocolate. But you all need to see him eat treats. Hello, Kian. Welcome in. Hope you're well today. And he's looking very, very blue at the moment. Okay, buddy. Should we do this on your bed? Come on. Raise this up a little bit so you've got a better view of him. It's over here, dum-dum.
Hero Quest is the best game ever.
Hello,
made.
Cypher.
Anyone who
Welcome
says
in.
otherwise is
I
wrong.
hope you're well. Over here. What day are we on, buddy? It's the 11th. What's the last window on this I opened for you? I'm really bad at this. I am the worst dog guardian. That's the 8th. So I opened the 8th. 10th isn't open. 9th is open. So just 2 days of treats. Yes, you can have the other one as well. Just gonna adjust the camera a little bit so you can see his snoot. And let's find the 11th.
HobbyTan and shared. X20 won't be here for the stream, but some bits for Hobby Slugfest with their setup and signal eyes last night.
Oh, Podlord, thank you very much, sweetheart. That's very, very kind of you. And yeah, thank you so much for sticking around for that absolute nightmare of tech issues during Signalis. You were not wrong when you said that my computer was trying to psycho mantis me for that entire stream. And you know, we got through it. Shame the game crashed. But we got through it. Yes, I know. You love them, don't you? They're very nice. There we go. That's all your advent calendar for now, baby. No more. All gone. Yes, there's definitely some more in there, but not until another day. For those that weren't here for the Signalis stream last night, I got to the final boss, but had been having issues with my controller because if you set up a controller scheme in Steam for a specific game, for example, it turns out if Steam's open, that supersedes any other controller mappings that are in place. So the controller mapping I had on Steam for Castlevania so that I can play the Castlevania collection using my controller was superseding Signalis's controller mapping from just the application itself. Oh, fair enough, Rocket, thank you. In that case, I guess we're gonna be canning Hobros. Fair enough. It's interesting because I had so much amazing feedback to that, which is why I continued to do it. And last night, none of the folks that provided the amazing feedback turned up, and everybody that did actually turn up was not fussed by that. So, very dichotomous viewer base, I guess. No, it's fine. Feedback is feedback, it's important. I want the streams to be enjoyable for folks. If folks don't like it, they don't like it. We just don't do it. Simple as. Just a bit of feedback whiplash, I guess, considering how positive the response was initially. And that's fine. Yeah, we got all the way to the final boss despite me being unable to use my secondary equipment slot for 90% of the gameplay. I didn't die. I even beat the final boss when the Steam keyboard kept appearing on my screen when I pressed certain buttons that I needed to press, and the game crashed during the ending cutscene and I had to redo the final boss. And every time I tried to redo it, because I was getting flustered because of the technical issues, I got killed. And then I finally managed to beat the final boss again, and it crashed in the ending cutscene again. And I don't understand what's caused it. I think that specific save must be corrupted, because I have played that game to completion on my computer once already, just not on stream, and it was fine. I had no problems whatsoever. So it's not Signalis's fault. There we go. Yeah, it's not Signalis that was the problem there, I don't think. I think it's something to do with my PC. I know the controller issues were to do with my PC. But what I've done with that is I've just gone into Steam and I've disabled the Xbox compatibility in the controller settings, which means my controller won't work properly in certain games in Steam anymore, but I have other ways of making it work there. And at least now I can play games outside of Steam without everything fucking up. Yeah. It was a bit of an ordeal. Adjusted the volume settings and stuff for this, but it's probably going to be offensively loud like the first one was. Game loud, Hobbs quiet, yeah.
This must be the place. Professor Oubier's house.
Looks pretty creepy. I'd been away from Paris and hadn't seen Nico for nearly 6 months. I wanted to celebrate our reunion, but she had other plans. An appointment with an archaeologist. Something to do with a Mayan stone she came across while researching a story.
Okay. I've turned it down for you folks. Hopefully, that'll be a bit better. And I'm gonna turn it down for me as well, because good god, that is noisy. At least we have captions in this one, which we didn't in the last one, until I modded it. Can't hear it now, fuck's sake. How's that? I mean, it's all music at the minute. Game's silent. It's definitely not silent. Ah, much better. Okay, there we go. It's really weird that it was coming up as silent for you folks there, because it was almost peaking in OBS for me. Mine kills one man, nobody blames him more at 10. Actually, I do not remember there being a giant comedy spider in the opening for this. Sorry about that, folks. I would have given a spider warning for the beginning if I'd remembered. Because I think I did play the beginning of this once a long time ago. So Nicole is a damsel in distress, then. Yeah. Do we actually have control? I don't think... Oh, we do now. Spider. Okay, so it looks like we've got a hint button if we need it. Yeah, it's kept my audio settings. Would you believe that this is how I'd got the audio set up, considering how loud that cutscene was? It's probably a little too quiet now. I'll put it there. At least this game is goat-free. Hello, Nikki. How you doing? Okay. Do I stuck at any point the question mark at the top right of the screen? Yeah, so I was right. That's a hint button. I love your profile picture, by the way, Nikki. I don't know how long you've had that one, but it's very pretty. Bodies suck. This I wholeheartedly agree with. Hang on. Poor farce! Because you've gone to a different room to do it doesn't mean I can't hear you chewing your paws. Stop it. He's so noisy. Okay. So we've got a bureau.
I thought that I ought to free myself before.
Oh, this one's got little
examining the
pictures.
furniture.
Okay, no, I haven't played 2. I thought I had. Maybe I played 2.5? Could have sworn I'd played 2 when I was younger. Oh no, I bought it and it didn't work. That's right, I remember. I had a disc copy of this when I was younger, and it was back when so companies would re-release versions of games, and they'd like have their branding around the art for
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
So the bad guys have made the classic mistake of leaving the protagonist alone in a locked room. They have indeed left us alone in a locked room with a big bug. Yes, buying equals playing. No, what it was I bought it to play it and then couldn't play it. So I remember going, yes, I'm going to play this, and then I apparently blocked from my memory the fact that the disc didn't fucking work. And not... It's not a game issue, Wheezy. It is a device issue. So the PC I had at the time was not properly equipped for playing the disc that I wanted to play. And you didn't really have compatibility modes back then either. Not to the same level as you do now. You can tweak things. I've played a few games like that, yeah. You can tweak your settings a lot more these days, and you can emulate older systems and operating systems so that you can trick a game into thinking it's being played on a tiny CRT monitor or using a graphics card from the 90s or something like that. With
I
much
glanced
more
over the
ease than you
books,
used to be able
vaguely
to.
hoping to find a copy of How to Deal with Poisonous Spiders While Tied to a Chair. No such luck. But I noticed one corner of the bookcase was supported by a loose block of wood.
At least the portraits in this one look a little bit less like he's just generic blonde-haired guy. Like he looks like his actual no squishing spider friend. I do not wish to squish the spider friend. The spider isn't actually doing anything to me.
I decided to work out how to untie myself before exploring further.
Fair enough. Oh!
Maybe I'd been a little heavy-handed, but it was a question of survival. Of
The
course,
spider
I was
wasn't
still
doing
tied
anything
to
to
a chair in a
you,
burning
you
house
bastard.
with no means of escape.
I don't like George. Can we have a different protagonist, please? Can we play as Nicole here? Worst I found was Dawn of War 2, which has multi-threading but decided PCs only have 8 cores max
One
ever
mighty
and
bound,
breaks if you have
our
more
hero
active.
was
Yeah,
free.
Nikki.
Now, I had to deal with that fire.
Fuck you, George. Yeah, fuck you, George. You can interact with the squashed spider. That's brutal. So George is still an arse. Yeah, some things never change.
The bookcase had fallen on its front, making it impossible to reach the books inside.
You don't say, George. You don't
I wasn't
fucking
touching
say.
that spider goo.
A handbag? You will not be happy, Georgie. Indeed.
It was a stylish little canvas number containing a lipstick, a handwritten note, and a pair of nylon panties with a large love heart emblazoned across the front. It occurred to me that Nico's tastes must have really changed while I was away. Well,
Going
they
through
could be
someone's
useful.
handbag. Wow.
That dart was sharper than a mosquito's business end, but this didn't deter me from getting it anyway. Nice couple.
Was that it?
Inside, I found a bottle of tequila.
We're gonna need that.
Normally, I didn't drink strong spirits, but today was far from normal. Ew. Disgusting. Not only did the tequila burn like hell, I just managed to stop myself from swallowing the worm.
Wow, Cypher.
There was something short, fleshy, and gross on the carpet.
Its name was George Stobbart.
It was the worm from the bottle of tequila.
Yeah, that's what I said. Tequila, all of George's problems have been solved.
In the drawer was a small decorated pot.
Okay. I'm going to turn the speech up because he's really quiet, and I'm going to turn the SFX down because the fire, I assume that's what it is, that's burning off to the other end of the screen is driving me mad. So about that fire. Yeah. Oh, that just closes that again. Can we just take the
I'd
tequila?
drunk enough of that.
Oh, he doesn't like the tequila. Look at that face.
The projecting bracket had served its purpose. There was nothing else I could do with it.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
I had no time to sit around.
Wouldn't go that
The
far.
rope was
either.
shredded and no possible use to me.
Some point and click protagonist you are. You barely pick anything up. To be truthful, having talked to firefighters, people do act this way when there's a fire. Yeah, they do. They don't know what to do, so they sort of go into a bit of a fugue state sometimes.
I wasn't going to touch the box after that spider had been inside it.
Wow.
There was no pressure in the siphon. I guess it was out of gas.
That's it, just stand right next
The
to the
cabinet
flames.
was locked.
And we use the dart as a lockpick.
As I released the lock, something blew the doors open.
Bit weird.
That cylinder was hot. I couldn't pick it up with my bare hands.
Could you pick it up with your human
The cabinet
hands?
was already open.
Okay, so that's just for the cabinet itself. That's the cylinder. The worm's got a little evil face. Heck, George, shove your hand in it. What could go wrong? Hello, souls. Why did I call you souls? That's really weird of me. Hello, apologist. That's better. Oh, he did actually pick up the pants. The worm had turned. The worm has indeed turned. I'm going to try and...
The panties I'd found in Nico's bag were just what I needed to wrap around the hot cylinder.
Phrasing and the smug look doesn't help with that. George, I think you should be a little more concerned about the fire. Yeah, that's fair.
The cylinder gave out a faint hiss as the valve opened. Now I had one primed up and ready to use extinguisher.
Sure, if you say so, George. No. Look. He's gonna squirt himself in the face with it again. No. There we go.
With a well-aimed
Yes.
squirt
Hello,
of the
hello,
soda fountain,
Sinister. Hello,
our
apologist.
unshakable hero saved the
I
day.
hope you're both well
Now it was
today.
time to start looking for Nico. The cabinet was already open.
Yeah, I want you to close it. Born in a barn.
I wasn't going to burn myself on that red-hot doorknob, and it wasn't the time for subtlety.
Uh-huh. I think someone's got a little bit of a hero complex going on, don't they? She's gonna leave mess everywhere, yep. Let's have the news cutting.
I'd found a piece of newspaper folded in two. It referred to a forthcoming eclipse of the sun. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be visible from Europe. The best place to view the eclipse would be Mexico.
I might add a sensor to a door in my house that makes it go ta-da with that music if you open it too fast.
The phone was no use to me. Apart from Nico, there was no one in Paris I wanted to call.
I mean, you could call her. She wouldn't answer. Okay, so we've got two doors. We've got one on the right and one that is technically on the left. And you know how I feel about these kind of options. My house is now in full Christmas mode. Oh, you're decorated then, Sinister.
The door was locked. I didn't fancy
what do
my
you know?
chances of kicking
Locked.
this door down.
We've still got some lights that we want to put up outside because
It was locked.
our neighborhood is very decoration heavy, shall we say. We look a little out of place at the moment because we've got a wreath on the door and that's it. Yeah, the weirdos that haven't decorated. Okay. So, what have we got in our pockets? Is got a dart.
It was the poisoned dart which had stunned Nico. I'd never known anything keep her quiet so effectively.
Wow. They're supposed to be a couple in this. If I'm not mistaken.
It was that itsy-bitsy tequila worm. I really must remember to take it out of my pants before I send them to the laundry.
Save the world one time and suddenly you think you're some big damn hero. Think he is Petrov?
It was Nico's lipstick. It wasn't my color. And it reminded me of clowns.
Wow. That's okay, maybe they've broken up.
It was the newspaper clipping referring to the imminent eclipse. Wrapped inside it was another small piece of paper. It was a bank statement for Ubier's account from an automatic telling machine. The last 5 withdrawals were for large amounts, and all made in Marseille. I guess I had no business reading the note, but I figured it might give me a clue to what Nico was involved in. It was from André Labineau, the history student Nico had known at college. The letter was sentimental mush, and revealed that the exotic lingerie, as he called it, was a gift from him. It gave his telephone number. Labineau figured himself as a rival for Nico's affections, but I couldn't believe that that creep was in the running.
It's giving me big other straights okay energy. Yeah, George is definitely the poster boy for that shit.
The pot contained a key.
Oh, we got a key.
It looked like a house key.
How convenient. The straights were, are, and never will be okay.
It was Ubier's bank statement.
And I wasn't ignoring it, apologist, but I was mildly horrified by it.
It was a pair of red, lace-trimmed panties decorated with a large black satin heart.
Okay, so we've got a key. Got a key. And we've got 2 doors we could potentially use it on. Let's try it on this one, because this looks more like a front door.
I unlocked the door. Without a plan, I had nowhere to go. Maybe there was something in the house which would give me a clue where Nico had been taken.
Okay, so... I guess I can't use the key again?
It was locked.
Because it's a front door key, isn't it?
The house key didn't fit this lock.
Yeah. Survived a whole week as unemployed. Holy shit. Is that a you are now employed again? Or this is your first week of unemployment and you haven't gone mad from boredom yet? Situation. Okay, so that door is still locked. Isn't it? Yeah.
It was locked.
Hello, Buff. Welcome in. Oh, that's interesting. Why is that coming through desktop audio?
Buff Grinch 123 has been a sub for 13 months. Very naughty, 13 months woo.
I'm sorry that was so quiet. It's not supposed to come through the desktop audio, but it is for some reason. Not even sure I can fix it while I'm live. How odd.
Hello there.
Been enjoying it. Oh, good. Yeah, thank you so much, Buff, for being subscribed for 13 months. That's a year and a month. Nice. Thank you very much, and welcome in, and I hope you're well today. I wonder if it's switched it to desktop audio because I changed web browsers recently. Still a bit ill, but I'm recovering. I'm glad to hear that, Buff, and I hope you're fully recovered soon. Let's see if we missed anything in here. We already went through Nicole's handbag once. Oh, there's a window we can open here.
I wasn't going to get through those sturdy bars.
Oh, I guess not. Oh yeah, they are barred, aren't they? So.
I wasn't going to get through those sturdy bars. There was nothing else in the drawer. The photograph wasn't any use to me.
Okay. Is there anything else over here that I missed? I don't think there was because we've just got sort of scenery here. Okay. You won't pick the box up because it had a spider in it. The spider that he brutally murdered. There's nowhere to go over here. Okay. He won't leave.
I wasn't going anywhere until I had a plan of action.
Because he doesn't have a plan. But we've looked at everything in our inventory.
No. No. I'd better think this through.
I'm just combining stuff now to see what happens.
Nope. That isn't it at all.
Jar? No, okay. He doesn't want to use the phone because Nicole's been kidnapped and...
Well then.
Heck, RNG, thank you very much for the tip there. That's much appreciated. Thank you. So we've got 2 rooms we can be in. One of them has things we can interact with, but nothing of any use by the looks.
I wasn't going to touch the box after that spider had been inside.
We have to just use the pants again. Hello, Shay. How you doing? Welcome in. No. We aren't using the pants to pick them up. Pick that up. Maybe we have to use the pants to pick the spider up. Do love a good dancing froogie. Oh, what did I click there by accident? 6 months later, here I am back in Paris. Got a meeting lined up with Nicole. She wants me to go meet some archaeologists with her, a guy called Professor Oubier. I don't know what it's all about. Something to do with carvings on a Mayan stone. Truth is, it would be great to see Nika again, whatever the reason. Oh, I must have caught the notepad as I was clicking. He doesn't want to drink more tequila because he doesn't like it. Fair, I suppose.
The bookcase was too heavy to lift. Besides, I had more important things to do than shift furniture, saving my neck for one.
Your neck has already been saved, George, and now you're just pontificating.
The rope was shredded and no...
Won't pick the rope up because it's damaged. He has nothing to say about the
photograph wasn't any use to me.
There's this crack in the wall that we can't do anything with, which feels a bit weird to me. It feels like we should be able to do something with that, but can't. We could go through
I'd already
Nicole's
ransacked
handbag again.
Nico's handbag, and besides which, the color didn't suit me.
I don't know, I think you could get away with a nice bright red like that. Pair it with the right things, you know. Hmm. Hmm. So what does George need to do to be willing to leave this fucking place? Hmm. We've looked at everything in our inventory as well, haven't we?
It was Ubier's bank statement.
Yeah.
It was the newspaper clipping referring... It was the letter to Nico from that creep Labano. Sickening.
Oh, we got music then. Is that because we looked at the letter?
I
You
wasn't
leave now?
going anywhere until... It was Ubier's telephone.
It must be
Whatever lay
something to do
beyond the
with this
door was going to remain a mystery.
Okay.
The front door was made of hard wood, supported by a sturdy frame.
Can I click on myself? No. Okay. What have I missed? I must have missed something. Hmm. I tried picking that lock and nothing happened. If I'm not mistaken. Try again anyway. They are indeed frilly pants with a little
The
black
tiny
heart on
point
the
was
front.
only of use for picking small locks.
Okay, no. We did try and pick the lock and it didn't work. Right. We went through Nicole's handbag and found these. And we've so far used them to pick up things that are too hot to touch. George says he doesn't like them, but I think he's lying. That's just the cabinet, and every time I try and click on it, he's just like, "Oh no, it's already open." But it's not that. We could pick this up again. I don't think there's any. We nicked her knickers. Yes, we did. I take it with me. I can't move around the room when I'm holding that, so I can't use that for anything else. Smash the window or the wall. Yes. I was thinking something to do with the windows, but they're barred.
I wasn't going to get through those sturdy bars.
And that's all he has to say about it. And the only place on the wall that we could conceivably cause damage to is this bit here. And it's not interactable. He says
There was
there's nothing
else
in the drawer. He won't drink any more of the tequila.
I'd drunk enough of that.
He'll close the bureau. Won't close the fucking cupboard though, will he? He won't sit down in the chair or do anything else with the chair for that matter. Says the metal bracket's useless to him. Says the rope is useless to him. He's not strong enough to lift the bookcase back up. You won't touch the squished spider that he squished, bastard. So really, I'm at a loss as to what else I could potentially do.
Yellow pus was seeping from below the bookcase. That spider was very squashed.
Look how proud of himself he fucking looks. Arsehole.
Even if I had the time, I wouldn't be able to get to the books beneath the heavy case.
I'm gonna look at
The
everything
rope was
instead
shredded
of
and no possible use to me.
instead of trying to pick it all up and see if that
It was the
has
chair I'd been tied to.
any effect.
I had no further use for the bracket. The bars attached to the window would prevent anyone getting in. They also stopped me from getting out.
Oh, sad face. Probably be the same there as well.
This window had bars too. The room was a prison. The cabinet contained what looked like a burst cylinder.
No, it didn't. Unless that's what that is.
It was the box that spider had crawled from.
Okay, so that's given us absolutely zero extra information. Helpful.
The front door was made of hard wood, supported by a sturdy frame. It was Ubier's telephone. Whatever lay beyond the door was going to remain a mystery.
I do love the sad face. Not that I want George to suffer or anything, honest. Okay. I'm genuinely at a loss as to what I can do to make him want to leave the building. He doesn't want to use the phone, because the only person he wants to talk to is Nicole. Oh, that's really cute, RNG. I've not seen that one before. Can't pick the lock on this door. What's the point of picking up the worm? I guess that'll come in handy later. A snack? Eh, maybe. Considering his initial reaction to it, I doubt it though. Keep one with Frugy. Yeah. I'm sure there'll be more Frugy emotes sometime soon. The artist behind them does seem to be... is there a fishing section later? There might be. Never actually managed to play this one before, Shay. I thought I had, but over the course of doing the beginning bit here, I remembered that what had actually happened was I'd bought a copy of this game to play, and my computer couldn't play it when I was considerably younger. So never actually got to play it. It sickens me to my very core, but I'm tempted to hit the hint button. Because I don't know what else I can do. Like, there's nothing in here. The story so far thing doesn't give us an opportunity to sort of plan anything out. There doesn't seem to be anything we can interact with. Put the worm in the box? No, we can't. Put the worm back in the tequila? Nope. Our worm now. No worm for you. Fuck it. I got Lobino's phone number. He wouldn't use the phone. I tried that.
It was the letter to Nico from that creep Labano. Sickening.
Should.
Much as I disliked him,
Oh, for fuck's
Labano
sake.
might be my only hope of finding Nico.
I had all the pieces of information I needed, I just hadn't clicked things in the correct order. Typical.
Hi, Andre?
Who is this?
It's George Stobart, Nico's boyfriend.
Don't you mean ex-boyfriend?
Look, I didn't call you just to pick a fight. I need to talk
That's
to you
really
about
weird.
Nico.
Can't you accept she's just not interested in you?
Listen, Andre, we need to talk.
Give me a second,
Nico's
folks.
life depends on it.
Okay. You remember the cafe at Montfaucon?
Sure. Andre? You'd better show, you
no.
creep.
That's so
I
weird.
felt an irrational urge to wipe my ear.
Okay, I think to simulate the kind of sensation of talking to somebody on the phone, what they've done there is they've rebalanced the audio of the conversation so that Lobino is entirely in one earphone and George is entirely in the other earphone. The only problem is Lobino was on the right-hand side of the screen and coming through the left earphone, and George was on the left-hand side of the screen coming through the right earphone. I had to take my earphones off to check if I'd got them on back to front. That was really weird. Hey Porthos, what's up, baby?
I wasn't looking forward to meeting Labano again, but he was my only link with Nico.
Today I learned my headphones are broken in one ear. Oh shit.
There was no sign of Labano when I got to the cafe. I decided to order a coffee and wait for him.
Hey, we're here again. Can't interact with the manhole cover this time, I don't think. Oh, we can. I couldn't hear the American. Oh well. You didn't miss much. That's how you learn if your headphones are working. Yeah, apparently so. We didn't get George. Oh, actually, I only wear one earphone. Yeah, there you go. See? That was very strange. It's a clever idea, though. I like that they tried it. Oh, that is... I don't like that animation at all. Yeah. I think I heard both, but I'm genuinely not sure anymore. Yeah, that was very strange. Even worse, I'd misclicked in my settings and dumped the sound balance all into one ear. Oof, I have done that before. Disturbingly sexual, isn't it? Just it's not pleasant. I don't like it. Someone put
Pardon
too
me,
much effort
but
into
don't I
that
know
mouse
you?
icon.
Huh?
You were here the
Okay,
day
he
I
looks
found
like
the
a
catacombs.
completely different
I
person
was.
in this
Ah, yes.
panel here.
I remember you.
Yeah. Are you still in the police force?
No.
Oh my god, it's the
not
cop!
anymore. I'm a man of leisure. And what brings
You
you
were
back
when you
to
were a
Paris?
My girlfriend.
What it is to be young and in love. Will you share a bottle of wine with me?
Hey, listen, I'd love to, but I need to keep a clear head.
So my company isn't good enough for you.
Okay, some of these are a little horrifying. I think we would have seen some of these when we were playing through the director's cut of the first one as well. But we didn't play it for long enough to see a lot of them.
Have you ever heard of a Professor Oubier?
Oh,
No,
that's the
monsieur.
professor.
I don't recall the name.
Well, apparently he's an expert on Mayan art and history.
Nicole could have done
a
better
little out
than
of my
George.
field of experience, monsieur.
I don't think
If he'd
anybody's
been a
going to
serial
disagree with you
killer
there.
or a sodomite, I might have been able to
But
help.
sometimes, You don't want better. He just peers over at you. Then again, Lobino suggested that they'd broken up, and it does kind of sound like they might have at least not spoken in a long time, which not necessarily a good thing.
Why did you leave the police?
I was forced to retire. The golden handshake. Only in my case, it was more copper than gold.
How come?
I was made a scapegoat to cover up the department's inefficiencies.
You got fired for not doing your job, is what you're saying here. For those that weren't here for Broken Sword 1, every time we saw him, he was sitting in this chair that we're sat in now, drinking a glass of wine in his uniform when he was supposed to be doing his job. Just sitting there drinking. Which, you know, power to him, but it's no wonder he's been fired.
What do you make of this dart?
I remember a case where the victim was killed with just such a device. The poison acted in seconds, causing his body to swell up like an inflatable life raft.
What do you make of this news cutting?
Orphanage supplied fast food chain?
No, it's the article above that.
Oh! Total eclipse of the sun. Well, that's very dull in comparison. I don't know anything about eclipses.
To be fair, that's about the best thing a cop can do, refuse their duty. I mean, you're not wrong.
Tell me what you make of this note.
From my years of experience, I gained a pretty good insight into handwriting. I'd say that note was written by a compulsive, obsessive type with an Oedipus complex.
Oh, really?
Hey, you got just about everything apart from the ponytail.
You would say that, George.
I couldn't snatch the man's flask while he was looking. The man was still looking.
Okay, so we wait until the waiter comes? Maybe?
The man was still looking.
No, okay. We'll figure that out in a bit. What's up, Squeaker? Wanna go out? I think Porthos wants to go outside, so I'm going to have to put us into BRB a little bit earlier than I would normally consider doing that. Especially considering I started late today. But, needs must. I'd rather keep the carpets clean. So now is a great time to grab a little snack, have a little stretch, get yourself a drink, and just generally sort of do some meat mecha maintenance whilst I let the boy out. I'll be back with you as soon as I can. Hello again, everybody. Arby, hello, welcome in. How you doing?
Hello there.
So, in the course of letting Porthos out, I have discovered that it has snowed. Everything outside is covered in a lovely blanket of whiteness, just like a little thin layer of snow, enough to make everything look like a Christmas painting. Not enough to be a pain in the arse. Quite nice. Okay. Can we distract him somehow?
Not such a good idea.
I want the flask.
The man was still looking. It was too hot to sit inside the cafe. Besides, I might miss Lobino.
Okay.
I had no desire to go down into the sewers.
This handwriting makes me think the author wants to fuck his own mum is a hell of a take. It really is. There are certain things you can discern from a person's handwriting. But that's...
Oh, garçon.
That's a level of...
He ignored me. I'm sure it was deliberate.
Hello there.
Hello, Adam. Welcome in. How you doing? Is HobbyTan gonna do their job? They've managed it for everybody else so far. There we go. HobbyTan got in there just before DMAC did. Hey DMAC, how you doing, mate? Double shout out. Heck. Yeah, how you both doing?
Hey, you.
We'll try again.
What?
Just
I'd
be an
like a
arsehole
cup
to
of
him.
coffee
There we
if
go.
you don't mind. When I finish serving this gentleman.
Wow.
Un café.
That was quick.
Thanks. What does that guy keep pouring out of his flask?
Absinthe.
Absinthe?
Oh,
I
good
thought
choice.
that was highly dangerous and outlawed in France.
It is. Don't look at me. I didn't sell it to him.
Love a spot of absinthe.
Do you know that man over there?
I should think so. He's a regular customer.
Have you heard of Professor Oubier?
Oui. He married that actress, the little dachshund. They used to come here. The nutty professor and the movie star.
If Oubier's wife was a movie star, how come I never heard of her?
She was big in France. The world doesn't stop at Hollywood. Her stage name was Carol
The audio
Climax.
balance in this game
She
is
died
so weird.
in suspicious circumstances.
I keep thinking that one of my earphones is broken. Because it's all coming through the left one now. But the music's coming through the right one.
How did Oubier's wife die?
I heard he shot her.
And got away with it?
He had a good lawyer and a watertight alibi.
Why would an eminent public figure like Oubier risk everything for murder?
He wouldn't be the first, would he? Besides, people like him always get off.
Not wrong.
Do you know a guy called André Lobino?
Oui, I know him. What of it?
I'm supposed to meet him here. Did I miss him?
No, I have not seen him today.
Look at this. A
Hi,
poison
Porthos.
dart.
Ah oui, sure.
It's the real
You
thing.
wanna play?
Knocked my girlfriend out cold in a matter of
What
seconds.
is
Romantic.
squeaky ball?
Sounds like a
Right
real
next to my
close
chair.
relationship you have going.
That's all.
Thank you.
Yeah, he wants to play. So Porthos doesn't play
Well,
fetch.
this is a surprise,
like other dogs
Georgie.
do. Hello, Lobiner. He'll occasionally just
normally
bring his
call
ball
you.
over and drop it near me, and that's the
But
indication that he
Nico's
wants
in trouble,
to chase
Andre.
it. Just
Deep
once.
trouble. You have to help me find her.
What? What have you dragged her into this time?
It was you that recommended Professor Ubier as an expert on Mayan art. Now his butler has kidnapped her, and he tried to kill me.
Every time she gets involved with you, there is trouble. Walking out on her was the best thing you could do.
Accurate.
My father was dying, damn it. I had no choice.
Well, she soon
Okay.
recovered once she went back to her old friends.
Drop it, Andre. Right now, Nico's in danger, and we have to work together.
So, how can I help?
Nico needed to speak to Ubier about a stone.
Oh,
The
you
fuck is
mean
Carmen
this
San
stone?
Diego's eye color? That's a good question. I think she has brown eyes.
So that's what all the trouble's
Take it
about.
you're doing some art, Cypher.
Precisely. Nicole told me to guard it with my life.
Oh, it's worth more than that, surely.
Oh, very funny.
What's funny is that your
Might be
life
hungry.
really is on the line.
What are you talking about?
The stone is a Mayan artifact, dummy, and the guy who kidnapped Nico was from Central America. It was the stone they were after.
Oh my god, you mean I could be in danger too?
Why didn't Nico take the stone to Ubier?
Very blue,
I
apparently.
don't know. Perhaps she suspected something like this would happen.
If she's been hurt, Andre, I'll break every bone in your body.
No, that's typical of you. Do you think I
Brain, the new
don't care what
series?
happens to Nicole?
It occurred to me that slugs don't have bones to break, but I kept
Guess
that
they are
thought to
grey.
myself.
Fair enough.
Tell me about your friend Ubier.
He's more of a professional acquaintance than a friend.
I see. So you don't really know him at all.
No, I don't.
Does Ubier employ a guy from Central America?
Maybe. I don't know.
What do you think this is, Andre?
I don't know.
I'll give you a clue. It's got more backbone than you.
You think you're amusing, don't you?
I like the way the talk to people buttons are in the inventory space, like he has a set of heads in his pocket. It is a little strange, isn't it? This is actually the conversation menu, though. So we've got some things that are items in our pocket, like the pot here. We've got some things that are items in somebody else's pocket, like that. And then we've got the heads as well. But it does look a little bit like he's just carrying around a selection of either shrunken heads or photographs of people that he's talked to.
What can you tell me about this pot?
South or Central American, I'd say. I have a friend who'd be able to tell you more.
Where can I find this guy?
He owns a gallery on the left bank. The Gliese Gallery.
Okay.
What do you suppose the carving on the stone means?
I don't know. I haven't shown it to anyone.
Why don't you just give it to me?
I don't want your death on my conscience, George.
Why not?
Take a look at this, Andre.
It's a bank statement?
I'm surprised we can't
Yeah,
show him the pants.
Professor Ubier's account. 5 large cash withdrawals in the space of 3 days.
Actually, do we still have
all
the
from
pants?
an automatic teller in Marseille. Suspicious, isn't it?
You're even more crazy than you were before.
Where did Nico get the stone?
Or am I just as
I'm not
crazy?
sure I should tell
I'm
you.
just showing it more.
You should.
It was something to do with smuggling.
See you later.
Goodbye, Georgie.
That was the most awkward end to a conversation ever. Mentioned smuggling. Right, see you later.
I've had enough of your games, Kala. Tell me what you've done with my stone.
I thought your business was simply smuggling cocaine, Karzak. Why are you so interested in that stone?
Either you tell me what I want to know, or Pablo here will make you talk.
Okay. Well, I figured someone at the university would be able to help. So I had a word with one of my girlfriends, and she told me her boyfriend was a lecturer. I sent the stone to the Department of Ethnology. You know, I figured it was South American, so...
Yeah, you must.
You're not buying this, are you?
That's enough. I don't have time to listen to your mindless prattle.
I promise I'm paying attention
We'll leave
to the
you to
game, not
think it
just the
over.
dog.
Come the morning, you'll be ready to talk.
Oh, he scratched me. Guess it's made of cocaine. Okay. Oh, Shay, thank you very much for the treat for Porthos. He's immediately back at my chair. Come here then. Up, up. Good lad. Enable Porthos. He doesn't need any help today, do you, buddy? No. No. I actually, before I started the stream, had to go back downstairs because he'd woken up after I sort of... so he fell asleep on me. We were having cuddle time and he fell asleep on me and I was sort of... Hey, hands. How you doing later today? And I sort of slid myself out from under him and he was still asleep. I went upstairs. And I must have caught the door with my arm as I went upstairs because it was closed to just enough that when Porthos tried to open the door to follow me upstairs, he ended up shutting himself in the front room. And I could hear him sort of bashing himself against the door trying to get through it so that he could come back upstairs and follow me around. Yeah, no worries, Hans. You enjoy your time with Darktide. Thank you so much for popping in to say hello. Can we...
I had no desire to go down into the sewers.
He spent enough time in the sewers in the last game, didn't he? Porthos? Why are you licking my Switch box? Dogs are weird. Okay.
Now I had another lead. I could either go back to Ubier's house or visit the Glee's gallery.
Okay, so we now get our map options in the same way that we get our conversation options as well. That's a shame. I actually really liked the maps in the first one. I liked that you could click on the different locations around the globe to go to them. And the pictures for each location left a bit to be desired, shall we say. But it was nice to be able to kind of do the Carmen Sandiego thing, funnily enough, considering the question that Cypher asked earlier. I want to know how I distract him for long enough to steal his flask of absinthe. I want his absinthe. Maybe I have to do something else and come back for it. I can't do anything with my cup of coffee. I've got more questions I can ask him now, apparently.
Do you miss being a gendarme?
Yes, of course I do. When I wore that uniform,
rewatching the Netflix
I
series.
commanded
It's a good
no
series.
respect.
It's a good series.
Not anymore.
I want to make sure I get the 3 missions out of the way before I start the post-game of Pokemon, which seems to include a fair amount this time. Oh, fair enough. Should keep the game going and fairly challenging to level 70+. Awesome! Oh! Oh. Oh.
The man was still looking.
He's,
Excuse me.
What?
He's, I think he's had a few too many.
Didn't you try to appeal against your dismissal?
was no point.
Oh, no, we're just
My
making
word
him
against
really
that of the chief
depressed.
inspector. And he was a close friend of the director of the museum I was supposed to be patrolling.
I grabbed the flask and was struck by a powerful smell of absinthe, a highly potent and illegal alcoholic drink.
can't believe we just sent this recently fired police officer into a depressive spiral so that we could steal his booze. His illegal booze. George,
I could
you are
either go back
something
to
else.
Ubier's house or visit the Glee's gallery.
It's always worked for me. You don't drink, Wheezy. Why are you stealing booze from cops? Oh shoot, that was the house, not the museum.
I had a choice of destinations. The cafe at
It's
Montfaucon
funny.
or the art gallery.
Damn it, George, that's what the booze was trying to stop.
The Glee's gallery had style and class, but very few customers.
Okay. Oh, we've got a new page in our notepad as well. Not quite the reunion I had in mind. Ubier's house was creepy as hell. That's a bit harsh. This highly sinister Central American guy lets us in, takes us upstairs to a drawing room, then hits me from behind when I come round. I'm tied to a chair, being menaced by a deadly spider. Did you know it was deadly though? It was just a spider. Technically it was just a tarantula as well, not just a spider. And I think, if anything, it was probably less likely to be poisonous to humans and more likely to just be poisonous to birds. A lot of things that we assume are poisonous are generally poisonous to other things or have made themselves through evolution look like they are not tasty or likely to kill you if consumed as a survival mechanism, and they're perfectly normal, perfectly friendly little creatures. No one was impressed, George. Yeah, exactly. We were not impressed. Because not only did he squish that poor spider that wasn't actually doing anything to him, he probably damaged quite a few rare books as well. Unless he had an allergic reaction to the venom, he'd be fine if it bit him. Yeah, exactly. I didn't feel comfortable rifling through Nico's handbag. You did it quickly enough. But I had to discover why we were attacked and where they've taken her. Things didn't get better when I found a gift from that creep, Andre Lobineau. A pair of panties. Wow, I really dislike him. Still, he's the only lead I have. Maybe he's changed. Nah. Must find Nico before they do her any harm. Lobineau was pretty odious, but it turns out that he has the stone, which has a coyote carved on its face. Apparently Nico acquired the coyote stone while investigating a smuggling ring and left it with him for safekeeping. She must have suspected that something was up. That'll be why she asked me to go with her to Ubier's place. Lobineau pointed her to someone at the university. Perhaps that was when Ubier got connected. But why do the Central American guys want the stone so bad? Lobineau did point me to a pal at the Glee's gallery, who, he said, might be able to tell me more about Ubier's pot. It's a lead, I guess. Tarantulas don't want to bite humans anyway. Tarantulas want to bite stuff they can eat. Yeah, exactly. And we're not very eatable. Tarantulas are lovely. I know there's a lot of folks in chat who are less given to appreciation for our arachnid cohabitors, but no, tarantulas are neat. They can make for very nice pets as well, if you're so inclined. Did that guy just come to the window of the gallery, lick the window, and then walk away? Did you folks see that? I mean, I know George is just standing in the doorway staring. Look, he did! He licked the window! Oi! Window lecker! Come back! Mlim. We humans apparently taste real bad to many animals. Yeah, that's not surprising. Fill our bodies full of all sorts of crap. That can't taste good in the long run.
The pots were protected by a glass case. Hi, girls.
He's back again! The window licker's back!
What's the joke?
You, George. You're the joke.
Okay, fine.
They think he's pretty. They think George is pretty. He is a pretty boy. It took me a second to register there what they'd said.
Are you Mr. Glees, the owner?
Good God, no.
Then I guess that must be him over there, right?
Your powers of deductive reasoning astound me.
Oh, he's lovely.
Have you heard of Professor Oubier?
Yes, of course.
I was at his house earlier.
If you're going to drop names, you could at least name one worth dropping.
I thought Oubier was a well-respected man.
Why, his last book was nothing but pseudo-intellectual claptrap. The demented ramblings of a drug-dependent has-been.
Oof. Harsh.
What's that you're drinking?
I'm not sure, but I have a suspicion it might be urine. Glees can't expect a favorable criticism of his gallery when he serves this muck.
Like how pretty boy is supposed to be an insult, but a good bit of men would accept it as a compliment. Hey, there's nothing wrong with being a pretty boy.
Would you give me your opinion on this pot, sir?
There's a whole market dedicated to
yes, very rapouche.
the pursuit of
hideous,
the perfect pretty boy.
What the hell do you think you're doing? You smashed my pot.
Certainly, it was not only worthless, it was ugly and offensive.
To you, maybe.
Believe me, I was doing you a favor.
I wasn't going to waste any more breath talking to that pompous blimp. Maybe I could turn the situation to my advantage, and at the same time,
just because
get
he's an
my
arsehole doesn't
revenge.
mean you should bring his size into it.
The pot had smashed into too many pieces to retrieve.
We don't appreciate that kind of behaviour here, George.
The pot had smashed into too many pieces to retrieve. I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Certainly, sir. I'd be most happy to oblige.
You're English?
These days, one prefers to think of oneself as European.
Sure. Whatever you say.
And how precisely may one assist you, sir?
So, just for the record, this game did come out pre-Brexit even being a thing, let alone a thing that actually happened. This guy's ahead of the curve.
Have you heard of Professor Oubier?
Of course. His name is synonymous with Mayan art. A number of these artifacts were supplied by Oubier himself.
Do you believe the story that Oubier murdered his wife?
If it was true, who can blame him? She was an opportunist tramp. Well, that's what I heard.
Wow. Some very strong opinions coming from these people who know nothing about other people that they're talking about.
Have you seen any of Oubier's wife's films?
Only one. Believe me, I was appalled, shocked, disgusted, and repulsed.
Well, you sure got your money's worth.
We found
Last
someone
time
more
I went to
annoying
the
than
movies,
George.
I wasn't even
Who'd have
titillated.
thought? It's like in a desperate attempt to make George more likable for the second game, they've made everybody else much less likable.
Do you get many Central American Indians in here?
No, sir. This is Paris. Central America is several thousand kilometers southwest of here. Straight across the Atlantic Ocean and turn left. You can't miss it.
Well, as it happens, I saw some Central American Indians this very morning.
Tourists, sir. Paris is full of them at this time of year.
Okay. That looks suspiciously like a glass of piss, I've got to admit.
There is a gentleman over there who seems to be enjoying your wine.
I can't think why. It was very cheap.
Hey, cheap plonk will do sometimes.
I suppose you have an import license for these relics?
Of course. But that's not my problem, sir. The professor arranges all the shipping. We simply collect the items from the docks.
Could you tell me which docks Professor Ubier uses to import the artifacts?
Good God, no. I can't possibly reveal my commercial secrets.
What I really wanted to ask you about was a black stone.
A black stone?
Yeah,
Not
it's
a
a
fortress,
Mayan artifact.
before anybody
about as big as
asks.
my hand.
No, sir, one doesn't get much call for black stones. If it's Mayan artifacts you're interested in, I have some rather exquisite pots.
So did I, until that slob smashed it.
It's like, every single...
I found this
like every
news
single
story
Mayan
referring
artifact
to a
that this
total
game
eclipse of the
understands
sun.
is
Really,
just a
sir?
pot. They didn't make anything
fascinating.
else. This guy a seller of artifacts? I think he is, yeah.
I had no possible use for a credit card reader.
Yet. Okay, so... we're gonna knock the glass out of his hand. Apparently not. Oh! There we go.
I splashed a little absinthe into the glass and hoped he wouldn't notice the change of color.
Did you put something in my drink?
Yeah, I did.
No.
Well, what do you think?
Well, it's certainly an improvement over Gleese's wine. In fact, I could grow to like it.
Oh. I put the worm in the glass. No. It's worth a shot.
Rectangles in a desolate landscape. Highly cubist. Spheres in a barren waste. Oh, very profound. I could see a pattern emerging in this artist's work. The wasteland. Too minimalistic for too much money.
He's not
The
gonna
pot
let me
had
pick that
smashed
up, yeah. Just leave it on the floor then. I'm gonna see if the window licker comes back and see if I can interact with them. By T.S. Eliot. Think of all the identity theft you could commit. The window licker gone now. I think the window licker's gone now. Have I put myself in a situation where I can't get any further?
There was nothing else I wanted to ask the man. The way that guy was gripping the glass, I'd need a wrench to get away from him. The way that guy was gripping the glass... I'd had enough of talking to that slob.
Okay. I'm going to quickly check if I have put myself in a situation where I can't progress any further. That would be really unfortunate if I had. No, I haven't. Good. I just need to cause some criminal damage.
Allow me. Were those pots very valuable?
The pots are insured, but not the shelving. You've no idea how much that cost me.
That's fine. Get a new one from IKEA.
I wasn't going to waste my breath on that drunkard.
Go away.
He's mad at me now. Still can't pick the pot up, though. I don't think.
The pot had smashed into too many pieces to retrieve.
Nothing else we can do here.
He was out for the count. Glees wasn't happy, I could tell. I had no possible use for a credit
don't
card
have any
reader.
use for the credit card reader, so it's not like we can do anything with that. But we can go back here now. Give me a second, folks.
There was nothing in the case but styrofoam packing, but pasted on the side was the remains of a label.
Porthos gone out into the hallway and is chewing on his paws so violently I can hear it over the game's music. Little telling off for that. Glees wasn't happy. Yes, because the
Underneath
man
the
just
logo
passed
of
out
the
in his
flying
gallery.
bird were the words Condor Transglobal Mars. The rest of the label was missing. It was beginning to make sense. Oubier had organized Nico's abduction. Oubier withdrew money from Marseille. Oubier was connected with Transglobal, who shipped their goods from a warehouse in Marseille. That's how the torn Transglobal label had once read. Marseille, not Mars. It wasn't much of a lead, but it was all I had. I set off
Says that like
immediately
it
to
wasn't
catch the
obvious.
evening train.
A few hours later. I'll never get tired of how pretty the scenery
It was
is in
almost
these
dawn
games.
when I arrived in Marseille.
They put
I
a lot of
traced
effort into
Condor
that background, and I
Transglobal
really do
to a
appreciate
desolate
that.
dockside. The sign read, rightly enough, no entry.
Okay, so we've got wire fence there. Little window there. Nothing else we can interact with. Go over here, see if there's any stuff over here that we can interact with. Some debris. Let's have a look. George has
There was
a
nothing there I
knack for
wanted.
finding useful things in debris. Oh, I guess not. This is the exception to the rule. We can go down the steps to the water. Go have a look at the little window, see if there's anybody there. Poppy!
Here, boy.
Poppy doesn't like us. Dog treats. Seriously, everybody in this game is drinking.
Hi.
I feel
good
left
morning.
out.
Do you know what time it is?
No, I don't wear a watch. As my dad used to say, I'm not into time, man.
Well, you're
Oh, that
too
explains a lot.
early.
What time is it anyhow?
The big hand's on the floor. Why aren't you in bed?
I can explain everything.
Never mind, I ain't that interested.
What time do you open the gates?
7.
Do you mind if I hang out here till the docks open?
Please yourself, but you'll have a long wait. It's Sunday, and tomorrow is the start of the national holiday. Everything is closed for a month.
Well, wouldn't you
A
just know it?
month? A month? Can you imagine if everything just shut down for an entire month? You had to interact with George, wouldn't you? I mean, I haven't started yet, but I'm seriously considering it, yes. I have to control the damn git.
Does that dog belong to you?
Nah, he comes with the job. I just feed him every now and then.
More then than now, I'd say.
What's the dog's name?
20.
It's unusual for a dog.
It's his registration number. Security dog number 20.
Aww.
That animal doesn't seem too hot for a guard dog.
No? You haven't seen him in action.
Doesn't
Yeah,
look
don't
like
say
he has
shit
the
like that,
energy to
George.
wag his tail.
Just like my wife. She's like a slug in a coma until she's annoyed. Then she's like a tiger with a rat up its ass.
Sweet.
Getting an insight into George's proclivities there, I think.
I'm looking for a young woman.
At the docks? What kind of woman do you have in mind?
You don't understand. It's my girlfriend I'm trying to find.
Well, I ain't seen her. And you should tell her, the docks ain't no place for a young
Straight on
lady.
that okay
They're
counter,
dirty
25.
And they're dangerous.
You know what? I might actually set up a straights are not okay counter for the next time we stream this. And I'll set it to 25 before we start.
Ever heard of Condor Transglobal?
Sure. They have a warehouse here.
Well, could I take a look?
Not until after the holidays. Come back in a month.
I have to make a delivery to Condor Transglobal.
Where's your rig?
About half a mile down the road.
And you walked here? Jeez, are you some kind of nut?
Yes.
Yeah, it was easy. I just put one foot in front of the other.
Roman numerals 20 is XX, aka double cross. Yes.
Are you gonna let me make my delivery?
Not without the paperwork. You get the papers, you make your delivery, and I get a fat backhander.
I was getting nowhere with the story about being a trucker.
Well then.
I'm certain my girlfriend was brought here when she was abducted.
What? Your girl was kidnapped?
Yeah. Struck down by an Indian with a poisoned dart.
A poison dart, huh?
I could tell he didn't believe me.
Looks more like trade than trucker. He does, yeah. Shall we show him the panties? I think we wait until the end of the conversation and then we just drop the panties on him at the end.
Have you ever heard of Professor Oubier?
Me? None of my friends are professors or anything like that.
What's cooking?
Beans. You know a man can live on nothing but beans.
Not this one.
Oh, George doesn't like beans. Look at that face. That is the face of a man that does not like baked beans.
Don't you ever get tired of eating beans?
Sure I do. What do you take me for?
And what's the alternative?
Peas.
Beans with cheese.
I can't eat them too often, though. They play hell with my digestion.
Peas, good source of fibre.
Have you ever considered changing your diet?
What's wrong with beans and beer?
You need me to tell you? You're pumping out enough methane here to fill a dirigible. This is the dart that the Indians shot at my girlfriend.
Sheesh! That's pretty weird, but I don't see why you'd expect to find her here.
Take a look at this letter.
Take a look at
That's
this
sick.
graph.
Did you write it?
Oh, no. No, it's a letter from my girlfriend's admirer.
If I was you, I'd smack him in the mouth.
Well, that's not my style, but thanks for the advice.
Pants.
I have these very exotic panties.
Take them away, you pervert!
Okay, my new mission is to make everyone in this game think that George is a pervert.
Do you know what kind of business Condor's involved in?
I'm paid to guard the gate. Their business is none of mine.
I gotta go now, but I'll be back.
Can't wait.
I don't believe him.
Hey, 20.
No 101, 20.
Hey, 20.
Porthos likes to eat bugs. You like to eat bugs.
That dog looked like he already had more worms than he needed.
Aww, poor little guy. There he is. E-book. Orc. Orc. What a good boy. He's doing his job. Hi. Is he going to turn around and see us? That'd be really funny.
I couldn't reach the coat.
Wheezy! We poison dart him. I'm gonna poison dart him.
Excuse me? Huh? Who's there?
Delightful. Oh. Bet that hurt. Over tickled. I think this is that kind of game. I don't think so either. Okay, so we can't poison dart him. Oh, Wheezy.
Hello?
Nope. We're just gonna get gassed again. Okay. I don't think we can do anything here yet. I think we need something first. I apologise to anybody in chat who is receiving sympathy pains every time George lands on that bar. Weekly task, complete 15 missions. I just completed a mission, did not increase the counter. Well then. Oh shit, Hans, that sucks. We can fuck around with the chimney.
Ouch! That's hot.
Oh, of course it's hot, George. Pokemon it is. Yeah, that seems like a good plan. I'm hearing a lot of good things about Darktide, but I'm also hearing that there's quite a few bugs
The
with it at the
panties
moment.
would not
which
have
is a
been
pity.
thick enough to shield this level of heat.
Quick heat-proof panties. Yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking. But apparently they're just not heat-proof enough. They are not Teflon panties. They are nylon panties. Need thicker knickers. Yeah. Yeah, we do. Especially in this cold. Tequila worm? You want to go on an adventure? No. Want some panties, 20?
He didn't look like a sniffer dog to me.
That's a horrifying thought. Oh no, George, why did you do this to me? So, George has just made that comment about being a sniffer dog, and obviously, sniffer dogs don't necessarily need a lot of a person's DNA or scent or blood or anything like that present to be able to get the scent that they're supposed to be looking for. But if he was going to use them for a sniffer dog, then it would certainly be easier if they'd been worn. And I had not thought about the fact that they might have been worn. Is George just carrying his ex-girlfriend's used like worn, unwashed underwear around in his pocket? I really don't want it. Oh dear. I hope they've been washed.
I decided I would not be able to pick a 5-barrel hardened steel heavy-duty padlock with a dart.
Spoil sport. He didn't even try. He seems the type. Wow. I'm glad you all absolutely despise the protagonist, folks. Yeah, I'm sorry, apologist. Not with that attitude. And it's cheap fabric, he said, so probably nylon or polyester, and therefore very, very retaining. Yeah, he said they were nylon before. So yeah, that they are scent retaining. Okay. Is he gonna try? Is he actually gonna try?
What's the big idea?
I don't know. The dog went berserk for no apparent reason.
No
He's trained
apparent
to do that.
reason.
The idea is to deter any would-be intruder.
Oh, I get it. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Just remember, he's a trained attack dog. A killer.
I mean, legally speaking, they wouldn't be allowed to do that, but... what the fuck happened there? Can I leave this scene? Am I allowed to leave this scene? This looks like a no. I'm trapped here. Which means I must have everything I need in this view. Because there's literally no way for me to actually go back. Okay. Let's check the debris again. Perhaps now that we've had a little explore, George will find something useful. If we can check the debris again, which we can't. Okay. So we've got a chimney that is too hot.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Because we've got nothing to say to him, we can't... There's a little box next to the window. Oh, Lynn. Hello. Thank you very much for the treat for me. It will be... a gummy shark. How are you doing today, sweetheart? Oh, bugger. Unlocked. Hello. Thank you so much for bringing your community here. How was your stream? And Steen's here as well, and Tortle as well. And Brew, fucking hell. Hello. Hello, everybody. How you all doing? Levy, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a great day. What were you up to, Mono? You were playing art. What kind of art were you doing? Tell me more. Hello, Steen. There is a bottle in the water that I did not see before. Oh, that's awesome.
The bottle was just
Dark
out of
Souls
reach.
2 and then an
Nothing
Art
was going to get
Redemption
me into that water if I could help it.
I love that. That's fab. Steen, thank you very much for the treat for Porthos. He is... Where is he? Porthos. Steen's giving you a treat. You gotta come here for it, though. What's going on with your face? Come here. One side of his upper lip is sort of stuck. So he looks like he's sort of sneering at me. Up. There we go. Thank you for the treat for Porthos there, Steen. And thank you for the treat for me. And Hans, thank you for the treat for me as well. I'll do both at the same time. Ree, hello, sweetheart. How you doing? Welcome in. So we've got... He loves a bicky, he does. Got a fizzy cola bottle. And a teeny tiny fizzy alligator. I accepted the sponsorship offer I got to use as part of a fundraiser for my visa papers, so I'm anxious about how that's all going to go. I hope I can make it go well. Getting the visa process funded would get me finally where I'm meant to be that much faster. Oh, heck. Best of luck with it, then. I really hope it goes well. Both the visa papers side of things and the fundraiser. And grab a lurk and get some lunch. No worries at all, Mono. You enjoy your lunch and let us know what you had when you come back. And thank you again for the raid. It's really hard to say with an alligator in your mouth. Yeah, I hope it goes well, Lynn. And congrats on the sponsorship again. I hope it goes amazingly. Oh, did we actually try and pick the bottle up? You can't reach it. His arms are too short.
Just out of reach.
There's a... Is that a... Oh, there's a hook in the water as well. Okay. I just saw a lot of crap in the river. Which is going to come in very handy for us.
The stick had a hook on one end. I figured it was a boat hook. For hooking boats.
Yeah, we got that, George. See if we can hook the bottle. With our boat hook. Music suggests we're going to do it. Yep, there we go.
I just knew that boat hook would be useful for something. As for the bottle, even if I couldn't find a use for it, I cleaned up the dock a little.
Welcome in, and yes, non-binary is very valid. Floof, I shall call you Floof. Welcome on in, Floof. I hope you're having a great day. I'm gonna feel really guilty about this.
Hello there.
Hi, Taki. How you doing, sweetheart? Welcome in. Gonna be the most expensive form I've ever bought. $550 just for the initial petition. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of money. Quite surprised I got it. I actually got 2, but the Raid Shadow Legends one was awful, and not just because it was for Raid Shadow Legends. Oof. So what's the other one for then? Because I knew about the Raid one. You'd mentioned the Raid one to me. Oh, how are you enjoying Fallen Order, Toki? Right. Oh, there's a grate in the way. Damn it.
Didn't I tell you to stay away from the fence?
I was nowhere near it. It's that dog. He's crazy.
Hey, mind what you say. He's sensitive to negative criticism.
Okay, so removing that hatch did nothing? What's the point then? Big Star Wars nerd I've become this year. That's completely fair. One of the nice things about Star Wars is that because there's so much of it, when you consider like the extended universe and the original films, the new films, the prequel trilogy, the TV shows, there's so much for you to get your teeth into. Similar with Star Trek, actually.
That isn't it at all.
Fuck you then. And you may find that some of it isn't really your cup of tea, but that's okay, because there's bound to be something that is. It's really nice. Really sunk my teeth in. Thanks, Disney Plus. Yeah. Okay, so can we actually... Can we steal his keys? No, we can't steal his keys. Can't interact with them. I was thinking we could probably steal his coat, but apparently not.
I wasn't convinced that was the right thing to do.
Okay. I'm going to see if we can use the boat hook on anything in here.
No, that's wrong.
Wow, he's so mean.
That isn't it at all.
But he's not even... It's not going to be either of those two, because he'll see us.
No, I had to think of something else.
There's nothing we can use the boat hook for in here, much to my surprise. We'll just leave. And this time, we won't fall on that bar and injure George's round tables. Hello Fresh, be able to fund the petition if just 6 people signed up through the promotion. Nice. Erin and I watched 5 episodes of 1899 last night. Really good. Only intended on watching 1, but we just kept going. 1 more. It's really good, isn't it? Really, really good. So if you've watched 5 episodes of it, then you've got... 3 left, I think. I think it's an 8 episode series. Oh, thank you very much, Floof. That's very kind of you. We do like to try and keep things fairly chill and sort of supportive here. So I'm glad that you feel that way. Talking about money makes me feel cynical. That's fine, Lynn. I completely understand. Okay. Can we use the hook on the chimney? I don't see any reason to do so, but... Actually, having done what we did with that little hatch down there, can we now do anything over here? Platform, even. There we go. See, I thought that was going to be for the door.
It was a platform which could be raised or lowered. I couldn't figure out what it was for. Maybe it was part of a structure which no longer existed.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't actually do anything? I guess? We can re-raise it, though. Is the doggo going to come closer? Oh, no. I think I've just figured it out. And I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. I think what we need to do is lure the dog onto that platform and then drop it so that the dog lands in the river. And I'm not okay with that. Poor doggo's just doing his job. I don't want to dump him in the river. He's being a good boy. Okay. So, there must be something we can do. Game, I swear to fuck. I know, right?
It was the beer bottle that slob of a watchman had dumped in the sea, now half full of filthy dock water. The label read, Surge, the beer that clears your head.
Well then. Oh no, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, that hurts. I hope I got to the mute button in time there. Oof. You don't need to hear this either. I just thought you had really quiet sneezes. I wish. Thank you, Wheezy. Yeah, like, I've been feeling for a little while like, why is my nose itching but hurting? I don't know if other folks get this sometimes with sneezes. Why is my nose itching but also hurting? That's not good. And then all of a sudden my brain went, you're gonna sneeze now. Okay, so potential idea.
That was no good.
Okay. I was thinking like making a little net that we could hook something with, or net something with, I suppose, but I guess.
I'd better
fishing
think
hook?
this through.
No. Okay.
No, that...
Okay. So we've got a boat hook and a bottle. Can't do anything over here because doggo. We've got nothing to say to him. We've got a chimney here that we can't do anything with. Got a platform that we can drop and raise, but that does very little. Can we talk to 20 from here?
Hey, 20.
I guess that's a yes, but to no effect. Please don't let me use the boat hook on the dog. No, good. Oh, to be fair, he's a pibble of some description, so if we tried to put anything like a boat hook near him, he'd probably just snap it in two. Staffies and pit bulls have really, really strong jaws. So much so I saw a video on Twitter the other day of a pit bull pulling a Tesla apart. It wasn't being aggressive or anything like that, so I'm guessing its owner had trained it to take pieces off of cars for some reason. Base pit bull. I know, right? And they can do it to other kinds of cars, not just Teslas. But the ease with which it just pulled chunks off of this Tesla was very impressive. Something about craftsmanship there, maybe? So we've got all this stuff in here that we can... Teslas are not especially well made. They are not, indeed. Don't they catch fire in slightly adjusted weather conditions and shit like that as well? Hello, Rust. Welcome in. How you doing?
It was a large bucket filled with coal. Something was bubbling in the watchman's saucepan.
I don't know what we can do, to be honest.
It was the door which led to the docks on the other side of the fence. It was a packet with a picture of a boxer dog on the front. It was a filthy, stained coffee mug.
The look of disgust in the little card at the top there makes me feel really called out, because I use the same coffee mug 2 to 3 days in a row. Sometimes more, if I've remembered to rinse it out after I've had a coffee. Because I just have one coffee in it. I don't see the point in repeatedly washing it if I'm just going to use it again. I feel like using the same mug gives it flavour. Yeah, exactly, Tulky. See? I'm not on my own. Slow always tries to wash it, and I'm like, no, it's my coffee mug, leave it alone. Thank you. It's a fucking mood. Yes. Vindicated. Now, the only time I will probably rinse a hot beverage mug out and not use it a second time is if I have a hot chocolate in it, because we get residue at the bottom and stuff. Tolerance for paneling is apparently very all over the place. Gaps between panels are inconsistent. Welds are poorly done. Not to mention their nonsense choices across hardware and software that mean owners often have to justify their own purchases as their vehicle constantly hiccups. Really? Heck. Do the same with my tea mug. I only clean my teapot when it's really stained. Yeah. I feel so vindicated right now. Thank you, everybody. Gremlins of the world, unite. I was going to eat soup at this rate. Yeah, beans do not take this long to cook. This is... Look at the state of the hob as well. Okay. Ooh.
I'd better think this through.
That's a no. I was thinking maybe we throw the water from the bottle into the stove to douse the fire. We dip it into the chimney. Because that's the only new thing we've got, is this bottle with river water in it. So we must be able to do something with that, because we can't do anything with all the other stuff we already had. So logic dictates it must be the bottle.
The bottle was half filled with water. Maybe it would cool the cone down enough to touch it. Now I could see into the pipe
Stains
which
add
formed
flavour.
the chimney.
Yes, they fucking do. Hello, Soup. Welcome in. How you doing?
That chimney looked very exposed without its cone.
I suppose that's one way to phrase it. I didn't actually hear what you said, because I was saying hello instead of paying attention to the game. My fault, not anybody in chat. I didn't actually hear what you said about having taken the cone off of the chimney. So let's go and investigate. Let's see what trouble we might have caused. Oh, Purport, thank you very much for the hydrate, the posture check, and the stretch that I'm sure is inbound. There it is. As always, my participation in these is mandatory. Yours is highly encouraged, folks viewing. You've been sat for a little while, watching the stream, or doing anything else for that matter. Now is a really good time to have a little stretch, maybe roll your shoulders a little bit, unshrimp if you've been shrimping, and have a sip of your drink. Whoa, that's better. I'm going to have to move my microphone because I've been shrimping so much that it's now too far down. Okay. So, nothing appears to have changed here. Reminded of Guard's Guards when Vimes' favourite dive had cleaned their dishes for the first time he'd ever seen. He lamented the loss of the stains. He'd been friends with some of those stains, yeah. Saw their Stain children grow up and go to Stain College. Yep. What's that, sorry, Hans?
The chimney was a metal pipe which disappeared into the wall.
Could we maybe fill the bottle back up with water and then dump that down the chimney? Would that work?
It was the empty beer bottle which that
Or is there still water in it? There's still water in it.
The bottle had blocked the chimney.
Oh no, we just put the bottle...
The hut was filling up with smoke.
Just trying to kill the guy now. Take those before he gets back.
The packet was full of dog biscuits. Someone had once told me a piece of coal brought you luck.
So we're taking a piece of coal.
Who was I to argue with irrational superstition?
Well, quite, George.
The box contained nothing but blank forms.
Oh, that's not helpful.
I realized that that wasn't such a good idea.
Nah, it's a bit dark.
That mug was a health risk. I decided to leave it where it was.
Sport. We shut the door? Cannot shut the door. To be fair, that would be risky.
I wouldn't have considered wearing it if it had been the last coat on Earth.
Wow, that's rude. Don't touch the stove, George, it's hot. Pillock.
Stove equals heat, heat equals burn, burn equals excruciating pain.
Fire hot! Moron. He says no to combining random items that he has in his pockets, but immediately just goes and touches a clearly very hot fucking stove. This man has no sense of self-preservation. I despair, George. I despair for how you survived this long. I mean, I know we killed you a lot in the last game, and I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm really not. Well, we got dog biscuits now. And the music tells us that we have yet again succeeded at doing the thing we needed to do.
Hey, 20. Come and get it, boy.
Yeah, I was right.
I felt a slight twinge of conscience as I prepared to give the dog a dunking.
As
It
you
soon
fucking
passed.
should, George. Reprobate. Sorry, 20.
As I'd expected, the dog could swim like a... well, like a dog.
Yeah, but he can't get out. These bits are designed specifically so that you can't get out. Unless you're on a boat. Fucking arse piece. Not all dogs can swim. Yeah, exactly. I have very distinct and upsetting memories of one of my family dogs when I was younger. Border Collie. Called Tess, that we adopted. It's an insult to reprobates, and you know that. Yeah, I'm sorry, Rust. She didn't like swans. We lived in an area that had a lot of swans, and we'd taken her for a walk down the canal one day, and this swan hissed at her, and she went, "All right then, mate, I'll fuck you up." And she jumped into the canal, and then realised that she couldn't swim. And my mum had to haul this sort of 20 kilo-ish full fur border collie out of the canal by her collar as she was wailing because she tried to pick a fight with the swan on the swan's home turf. Poor Tess, all balls, no brains. Yeah. Yeah, bless her. She was a good dog. She just didn't think things through before she started them. But yeah, that was an ordeal, trying to get her out of the canal. Right, time to clamber over that fence then. Oh, look, there's 20. Poor little guy. I feel really bad about doing that to him. Poor little dog's just doing his job. Okay, so we've got a door there. We've got a clamp.
The sign looked as if it was firmly attached to the wall. Anyway, I didn't really
Cartoon
want
doggy
it as a
can
souvenir.
swim forever. I hope so.
It read Pont de Nord, fine wine producers. I didn't recognize the label. It was a beautiful piece of 19th century engineering, but not a lot
It's
of
the
use
magic
to
of
me.
cartoons. Yes, that's very true. I think that's the one we want, isn't it?
The doors looked 100 years old, but they were still very sturdy. It read Condor Trans
Yeah,
Global.
that's the one we
I'd come
want.
to the right place. Now all I had to do was get inside.
Some barrels up here that look suspiciously like they're going to move at some point. I know I mentioned this when we were playing through Broken Sword 1. But I do like that because of the 90s cartoon aesthetic they've gone for with these games. Which is appropriate considering they were made in the 90s. But because of that, you can tell the bits of the background that you're likely to be able to interact with or that are going to move at some point in the future, because the detailing on them is slightly less, or because the coloration is slightly different, because it's been done with a different artistic style, or a different because it's had programming attached to it essentially, rather than it being a static piece of scenery. I do quite like that. It's like you can tell that this door is going to be one that's going to open, whereas that one definitely isn't. And the barrels look like they're likely to move at some point because they're just slightly less detailed than everything else over here. What have we got? We come up. Let's go up the ladder and see what happens when we're up here. I also like that it rewards you for finding the correct answer to things by playing a little bit of music. It's George's
The metal
biggest
housing
fan.
prevented me from getting to the fan. It was the creep who'd kidnapped Nico, and I had a score to settle.
Oxford?
I wouldn't have been hurt over the din of the fan.
I wasn't trying to talk to him about it, I was trying to throw it at him.
The guy was partly hidden behind a stack of crates.
So he's locked himself away in Fort Kick-Ass. Actually, he looks kind of scared, so maybe not throw the knickers at him. Boxford. Let's try and pants him in a different way to
I wouldn't have been hurt over
usual.
the din of the fan.
No. We'd just be shouting at him. You there, would you like some exotic panties?
The window was jammed shut.
Oh, boo. Yeah, thought we'd be able to interact with these. Have you heard about our Lord and Saviour, Plastic Knickers? Ah, wonderful. Okay, so that's what happens if you interact with the clan. Do anything else?
It was my lucky piece of coal.
Aww. All underwear is edible if you're brave enough. I, Rustbot, am not brave enough. I'm not eating those. I immediately want to swing down that like a zip line. Yeah, me too, bro. Me too. Also, if I didn't say hello to you before, I can't remember if you said hello during the raid. Then hello, and I hope you're doing well today. Okay. So, we need to do something with this window. And I think we need to do something with this window before we try and do anything with the door. We could... Ah, I see. I hope the phone calls are going.
That did the trick. The fan clunked and shorted out as its blades were mashed by the boat hook.
Hey, you make any more noise, I break your arms.
That bully needed to be taught a lesson.
Garzak's already mad because we didn't get the stone. You give me any trouble, I'll tell him it was all your fault.
Oh, bless you, Soup. No worries.
That must be his
Thank
boss.
you so much for popping in today. You go get some good rest. I hope your head and your back stop hurting soon. Not a nice combination.
I decided there was a better way to attract their attention.
I don't want to attract his attention. I want to knock him out.
I decided there was a better way to attract their attention.
We throw something at him? Tequila worm. Okie dokie Tucky, you enjoy your walk. I hope you have a lovely time outside. And if it's been snowing where you are, I hope you enjoy the snow. Throw some dog biscuits at him. Attack, Tequila worm!
I decided there was a better way to attract their attention.
You need to train the Tequila worm better. Hmm. Oh, it looks like we can actually take the thing out with the fan as well. Hmm. Will that make enough noise to get his attention? Perhaps. No, I don't think it will. But what we could do is get him to come out here, get him to stand over there somehow, and then smack him with a barrel. George showing off on the ladder there. Look at the way he struts as well. I hadn't noticed that before. He literally swaggers.
Who is it?
Pizza delivery?
I didn't order pizza.
No? This is the Condor Trans-Global Shipping Company, isn't it?
I don't like pizza.
Oh, come on.
Everybody
Everyone
likes
pizza.
Maybe he was allergic to mozzarella. The grill opened from the inside.
Got them adventure game pirate jeans. He really does.
Look, this pizza's been paid for. You might as well take it.
I told you, I don't like pizza.
Not even with extra olives?
I hate them. Olives are the devil's butt nuggets.
Olives are the devil's butt nuggets. You heard it here first, folks. What the fuck? What a description. How very colourful. I like olives. I like them on pizza as well. Tasty butt nuggies. No. Ah, no. Does that make Devon I think it does, Brew. I think it does. He certainly has a way with words. He does. What a poet. Oh, God. Thanks, Wheezy. A great name for a song, though. It is, isn't it? Like, I can imagine Diablo Swing Orchestra doing a track called The Devil's Butt Nuggets. Also, olives surprisingly good in an omelette. Really? I've never had them in an omelette before. I might have to try that.
I decided not to tamper with the clamp. Those jaws looked like it
No
could snap
clampering.
shut at any moment.
Okay. Hmm. What to do? What to do? So, you don't want pizza, and we said we were pizza delivery guys, so should we just go up there and be like, hey dude, are you sure you don't want this free pizza?
I decided there was a better way to attract their attention.
Is there a better way to attract their attention? I'm not sure. Is there anything in here we can interact with that isn't the people and the fan?
The boat hook was jammed in the dented fan blades.
Okay, so the boat hook's not coming out of there anytime soon. Pizza delivery for icy wiener. Yeah. In those panties you would as well. Like, they've actually gone to the effort to make the heart look see-through, because you can see the rest of this bit just there. Maybe we can talk to him again and just be like, okay, we're not a pizza delivery guy.
The grill opened from the inside.
Please?
If you know what's good for you, you'll open this door.
What if I don't?
I'll kick your head in.
Okay.
I'll
come out, you creep.
Oh, okay, that works too. Run! Run, George! Run! No! Don't walk! Don't swagger! Run! Move those leggies! Is he actually gonna come out? Yes! Okay. So, it doesn't go over here. We need to... I wonder, if I push this barrel down here, it'll fall into the water. Maybe he'll go over to see what happened, instead of being bright enough to realise that it came from up here and somebody must be up here. Let's see. Let's try it. And I'm gonna unshrimp a little bit and move my chair closer to the computer. Because I've just sort of realised how much I'm gremlining right now. Which is not good for me.
If you know what's good for you, you'll open this door.
What if I don't?
I'll kick your head in.
Okay. I'll come out, you creep.
Right. So we'll run up here. We'll walk up here. We'll walk over here. attract his attention. Yeah. Then we'll do it again. Boop! Ta-da! The remastered edition, oh, he real dead. Yeah. We just smacked him with a barrel full of probably wine, considering that it's a winery next to this one. We just smacked him with a barrel full of wine into the river. And I wouldn't be surprised if he cracked his head on the edge of the dock on the way as well. Any sign of a corpse? Oh, there's a barge there?
It was a long way down, too far to jump.
Oh. Okay, so he's landed on a barge, but it's too far to jump. So yeah, he's at the very least very badly hurt. 20 can use him as a life raft. That is such a beautiful mental image. Thank you, PC. So George has killed some guy in a warehouse and a dog in one night. Yeah, he's really upping his game this time round. Indiscriminate murder. He tried to kill the guard as well. As long as he floats face up, everyone will be okay.
I'd already searched the drawer. Among the paperwork which adorned the notice board was something which caught my eye. It was a delivery note from Condor Transglobal, and the address was Coromonte City.
Okay, new location added, I guess?
It was locked.
Oh, the person's gone.
All the crates were firmly sealed.
Okay. Oh. Just checking the panties are still there. There is nothing this side of the room for us to investigate. Okay, we'll go this way then. Oh, no, you are there. You're just hiding.
Shoot! The little guy had a blowpipe. That confirmed my suspicions about what had happened to Nico. I waited for him to shoot me, but it didn't happen. Instead, he seemed to want to tell me something. What? What do you want? He seemed excited.
We're back to the do you speak English, George?
Hi. I'm not going to hurt you.
Quaramonte.
Is that where you're from? Coromonte City?
Quaramonte.
Okay.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate the voice coming out of this rather senior-looking person? Sounds quite young.
What have you done with my girlfriend?
Huh?
I am not
Is that a
leaving without her.
50-year-old man
Where
or
is she?
child?
He didn't appear to understand
yeah, exactly.
me.
Do you want a dog biscuit?
Tell me what you've done with Nico, and I'll share these biscuits with you. I knew it sounded lame, trying to bargain with a box of doggy snacks. Besides, how was he to know how yummy they tasted?
He's been through some shit, it's aged him. Yeah, apparently.
Do you know what this is?
Peito. Lotseka peito. Inyakotlago inomoto.
This was the dart you used to knock out my girlfriend. If she's come to any harm, I will count you personally responsible.
Lotseka peito fnor.
What does this key unlock?
Huh?
You're manacled. Who did this? That big thug? I'm gonna set you free, okay?
He's gone.
Hey, come back here.
He's fucked off. Into Fort Kick-Ass he goes.
The little guy had gone to ground amongst the stack of crates.
And who can fucking blame him? You offered him dog biscuits, George. Button. Boop. That was the quietest lift ever. Sucker! Yeah.
Just in time. Interrupting the beam of light kept the doors from closing and stopped anyone from using the elevator. But what now? There.
There we go.
That would keep the doors from closing. I was wrestling with the small crate when I noticed the label on its side. Danger. Live contents do not drop.
That explains the air holes.
The crate was labeled Danger. Live contents do not drop. There were small holes in the top and sides and scratchy noises coming from inside.
On the plus side, the contents is still live. On the downside, the contents is live. Looks like South London is getting snow overnight. Getting to work tomorrow may be tricky. Oof. Well, best of luck. Snow day?
The statue looked way too
We love a
heavy for
snow
me to
day.
move. The statue looked as if it was Central or South American in origin.
Okay, so we've got a crate there. I don't think we need to do anything with this right now, but we're probably going to have to move it at some point. Does the statue need pants? That's a very good question. Let's find out. No. No, George doesn't think that the statue needs any exotic panties.
A sturdy beam was jammed across the doors. These doors were not going to open.
Oh, George not strong enough to move it. We don't really have anything that could assist us with that because we got rid of the boat hook.
There was no way to open that window. The window was not designed to open.
I know it wasn't. I wanted you to look out of it. Whatever. So we've got a pulley here and we've got... Oh, okay. Yep.
There wasn't much I could do with a pulley that didn't have any rope.
We've got buttons over here as well, but they're like the call buttons for the lift, so I don't think they're going to be particularly helpful either. We'll find out.
Nothing happened. That was probably because the elevator was already on this floor.
Got a pallet carrier here. Do we have to move these first?
There wasn't enough room to move the handle. No chance. Whatever those crates contained, they were heavy.
Right. Okay.
The crate was labeled Danger. Live contents do not drop.
Can we give the live contents some dog biscuits? No. Worth a shot.
The statue looked way too heavy for me to move.
Nope. I was going to use the panties as a rope substitute. We've got the man.
The short chain stopped the cuffs reaching from the statue to the winch.
Okie dokie, Sinister. I hope you managed to get everything that you want from the shops.
The statue looked way too heavy for me to move.
That wasn't quite what I was aiming to do there.
There wasn't much I could do with a pulley that didn't have any rope.
Did it not? Oh, it didn't. Okay.
The short chain stopped the cuffs reaching from the statue to the winch.
Okay. So that is what I'm supposed to do. I just need to move these out of the way first. I've got to move the pallet. I'm going to try and
I didn't
manhandle
want
it
to
again.
risk dropping the crate and releasing its live contents.
Or injuring its live contents. Maybe that should be a concern, you know? Care about the living creatures. Which I know is difficult for you, George. You've proven that twice already. But I want you to try. I want you to promise me that you'll try to give a shit about the animals in this game. It looks suspiciously like there's a door here. That might just be the way they've painted the paneling, but there's an essence of doorway. Don't know if I'm the only one that can see that. Okay, so we can't move the box with the live contents, which means we also can't move the box underneath it because they're too heavy to move at the same time. Man breaks into things so often you'd think he had a collapsible crowbar in his knickers at all times. I know, right? And yet... So... I only pressed one switch near the lift, didn't I? And there was two. Yeah, there's two. Let's see if I can... Ah, that's a button, which means that's the one for the lift. Try that one. They're so close to each other. Oh! Light! There's definitely a fucking door there. Well, that was handy.
There was an arc-shaped scratch on the floor, as if a door had been opened in the nearby wall.
Oh. Twitched with my mouse there. That was unfortunate. We'll just make George walk. We'll make him pace a little bit. Think about all of the things he's done already. Do we have anything? Try using the poison dart to... No. Okay. Cool.
My fingers traced the outline of a secret door in the wall.
And we make it unsecret?
Then I found a small round stud, which was set flush to the surrounding wooden paneling.
Look how happy he is with himself for finding the secret
Just
door.
as I'd hoped. A secret room.
Nico!
Hi, Nicole. You have unlocked bonus comic artwork. That's unfortunate. I hope that's not the name of the artwork. Yeah, I'll save you later. There's a shiny thing on the
Will
floor.
you look at this? It was a small statue of a kneeling figure in an ornate headdress. The head was hideous, with huge staring eyes set in a decomposing face.
Hey, somebody's marketing Lobino dolls.
I see what he did there. Now, I could play George as a real arsehole here and show Nicole all the things that I took out of her handbag before I untie her. But George is already enough of an arsehole, so I'm not going to do that. What the fuck was that? Just stood there for a second, enjoying the view. That was a nice little bit of animation on her hands there.
There. How you feeling?
Oh, thanks, George. How on earth did you find me?
Her
I
hair
knew
is
Ubier had been in
completely
Marseille.
different.
But
here,
never mind about
comparison
me.
to here.
How about you tell me exactly what's going on? Starting with
so is
that
George's now,
Mayan
I look at it.
stone.
I picked it up from one of Karzak's men in Paris. I was expecting a consignment of narcotics.
Drugs?
Yes. The proof I needed to expose Karzak's smuggling operation. I'd set it
Nice
up
shoes.
to act as his courier, and once I had the
Very
proof, I
femme
planned
fatale.
to go straight to Inspector Mou. But instead of the dope I'd expected, they sent me that stone instead. And to find out more, I called Professor Oublier, who invited me to his mansion. At least, I thought it was Oublier.
I don't get it. If Karzak's business is drugs, why is he so desperate to get his hands on that stone?
Maybe it has some significance to the local people in Central America. It could be Karzak's means of getting them to work for him. Anyway, we've got to get out of here.
Nico, wait!
I feel like there's probably a
I decided to keep the
missable
masking
achievement
tape.
before
It was
trying
bound
to
to be
talk
of
to her
some use
without
to me.
untying her first, but if I'm going for all the achievements, I'll do that in my own time.
We
It's a
can't
very
use the
short
elevator.
dress. It
If
is,
that
isn't it?
thug Pablo's recovered,
I
he'll
mean,
be
if
waiting
you've got
for
it,
us.
flaunt
We've
it.
got to do something.
Good on her.
Where does that door lead to?
I'm not sure. It would be much easier to attach the rope to the statue first.
Okay then, George. He's so bossy.
The rope wasn't long enough to reach the pulley.
Nope, can't do that. Nicole's just walking around. Go on. Let's address the elephant in the room.
I found these in your bag.
Oh, they were a gift.
I know. I read the note.
God knows what was going through Andre's mind.
I think that's quite plain enough.
Very little, particularly in the blood department. It was all somewhere else at the time.
Have you any idea who this little statue is supposed to be?
I'm not very well acquainted with Mayan deities, Georges. But whatever his name, he sure is ugly.
Bit harsh.
Okay, tell me what you know about Condor.
Condor Transglobal exports Aztec and Mayan relics from Central America to Europe. But that's just a cover for the real business. Drug smuggling.
What proof do you have?
Nothing yet.
Ah, the average amount of proof that a journalist has before they publish something these days. Wonderful.
Did you know Oubier's wife was a film star?
No, I didn't know he was married. What happened to her?
She died. In mysterious circumstances, apparently.
How mysterious.
I heard she was murdered, possibly by Oubier himself.
A murderer, huh? André said he was something of a celebrity.
Tell me about this Karzak guy.
Well, I saw him for only a few minutes, but he frightens me. I got the impression that Pablo was nervous when he was around too. His eyes, they're like a wild animal's, like a tiger. That's what scared me most about him. He looked so unpredictable and dangerous.
Did I hear you refer to Inspector Moon?
Yes, you remember him?
Well, of course I do. But I thought he was dead.
Oh no, he reappeared after the broken sword case had blown over. When he found out
How
who was in with
convenient.
the Neo-Templars, he went into hiding. Moon knew more than was good for him.
Does he know about our involvement with the case?
If he does, he's not telling. Still, he got a sudden promotion.
So, Mu was a double agent who infiltrated the Neo-Templars in the first Broken Sword.
Did that Indian guy mistreat you?
If you forget about the abduction, verbal threats, and bondage, no.
Well, what about the little guy?
I don't think he knows where he is or what he's doing here. The big guy, Pablo, he brought Titipoco from the jungle.
Titty what?
Titipoco. That's what I heard Pablo call the dwarf.
I like how George focused on the titty there. Nothing else. Just boobs. George is very
Look,
much a head empty
the
kind of
little
guy, I think.
downstairs was chained up with these.
That must have been Pablo's doing. I don't blame him, though. That little guy is dangerous.
You're still sore about that poison dart?
Of course I'm sore.
In more ways than one. Speaking of poison darts...
Do you recognize this?
Is that the dart which knocked me out?
That's right. I kept it as a souvenir.
Did you see his smiley face there as well? I kept it as a souvenir. Nicole, why? Why do you keep him around? I mean, Lobino's weird. And doesn't understand the concept of boundaries, but fucking hell, VC. Head marginally more than empty. One thought, yes.
Do you know where Condor is based?
In Central America. A place called
He's so
Quaramonte.
mean to her,
I saw that
though.
name on a docket downstairs.
You don't want that. Okay. So we've got nothing left to do here except for bust that door down. And to do that, we need to move this. And to do that, we need to move these. So... what can we do here? I suppose we could just go in the lift. Because what's-his-face should still be passed out / deceased on the docks. We could do that, maybe. Oh, actually. Nicole, are you trying to give me a hint? We can cover this with tequila worm. No, the panties won't do it because they've got a see-through bit on them. We've got some masking tape that was on Nicole's face. which should still have enough adhesive on it to stick to a flat surface like a photoelectric cell.
Hopefully, the tape would prevent those doors from closing and stop the Indian from being able to call the elevator.
And if we push this back here, we can move that onto this crate like that and push this crate out of the way, and then we can move the thing. Oh, I accidentally clicked on the thing instead of just wiggling at it. There we go. Now we can move the pallet carrier. Or raise it up
The
a little
pallet
bit.
rose
that'll
about
work.
6 inches off the floor, and I said a silent prayer to whoever had discovered the power of hydraulics,
What on earth are you doing?
trying to raise the statue so I
Causing
can hook it to
damage.
that pulley.
Is that really going to help us?
Yes.
I like to keep myself occupied in times of stress. I didn't want to remove the rope from the pulley.
Oh, okay. So if we bring the pallet carrier back down and then give the statue a shove. Yeah, there we go.
It was
Nope.
too heavy for me to move on my own.
Oh, look at his little sad face. Hey, Nicole. I know we've not seen each other in a while, and, you know, things are a bit weird between us right now, but help me cause criminal damage, yeah?
Could you give me a hand to push this statue?
What for?
This, my dear, is our passport to freedom.
If you say so, dear.
Wow. She did not mean that.
Okay, push! Great teamwork.
Nice to be working with you again, Mr. Stobart.
There was
Take me
nothing
back,
else I wanted
please.
to talk to Nico about at that time.
Wow. Okay then. Fine. Ooh, we're gonna zip line. We're gonna zip line.
Nico, I have a great idea.
I would not go that far. See? Fucking terrible idea. I-20. I'm glad that they had 20 in the background there. That was good.
Josh, where have you been?
Never
Oh,
mind
everywhere.
that. Do you have the Mayan stone?
Maybe I have, but,
Don't argue, André. Give the stone to George.
well, of course. If you say so, Nicole.
Thank you so much, Andre.
George, he told me you'd been kidnapped, my dear. I'm glad to see he was mistaken.
Oh, but it was true. If it hadn't been for George, I wouldn't be here now.
It's not finished yet. Karzak's thugs will be back for that stone, you can bet. The best lead that we have is Coromonte City.
Coromonte is in Central America. That's where Ubier gets his artifacts.
That's all we needed to know. Come on, George.
Okay then.
Quaramonte, the traveler's rear entrance to Central America. Well, that's how it's translated
phrase
in the
and a half.
brochure. We didn't know what we were looking for, but the offices of Condor Trans Global seemed a good place to start.
Do folks remember the tourists?
Hey, it's market day. I don't see any cabs. Let's ask someone how to get to Quaramonte City.
Okay. Keep your eyes peeled for any sign of Condor Trans Global.
So there was an American tourist right near the end of Broken Sword 1. And I'm pretty sure he was wearing a yellow shirt, grey shorts, sunglasses combo. Or something very, very similar. Because I just got flashbacks to that bit. I mean, grats to George for actually having a wardrobe in this game. I think we'll leave it here. It seems like, you know, a new location is a good place to start the next part of the stream, and I have been going for 3 hours, so. I like how he looks like a tourist while she's dressed like a mechanic. Yeah, she looks like she's joined the army, doesn't she? Nice music too. And we've got a goat. This game is not Sans goat. So she's very bouncy, is she? Let's have a look. Let's watch her. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, there's a level of attention that's been applied to a specific area of her character when it comes to the animation that I had not bothered to hone in on. Thanks, Wheeze. Oh no, it wasn't Wheeze, it was Cypher. My mistake. Thanks, Cypher. I saw purple. My brain went to the wrong name. A lot of purple folks in chat. Purple crew. Resemble that remark. I'm sorry, Wheezy. Okay, yeah, I think I'll leave it there. I'm gonna go get a bite to eat and just chill out for a bit. Kind of tired. And I've got a quiz to finish writing. So I will take us to the ending soon screen. I'm gonna remember to save my game. We're at 39% completion. So I guess it'll take us about 3 streams to complete the whole of Broken Sword 2, as long as I don't get too stuck. You're most welcome, folks. As always. You know I love streaming for you lot. You're all lovely. I will do my best, Irish. I hope you're doing well today. There is a giveaway that's still active. It was active last night as well, but nobody entered it, so I left it running because I didn't know if anybody today would be interested. For a copy of Spirit Hunter Deathmark, you can click the link in the thing that HobbyTan has just posted if you want to know a little bit more about the game. And if you do want to enter, type !ticket to enter. If you're subscribed, you've got a 2 times chance of winning. Just as a little thank you for subscribing to the channel. Oh no, Sinister, I'm sorry. I hope you managed to get everything you wanted from the shops, though. Oh, thank you, Cypher. Does anybody want to try and give Cypher a run for his money? I'll give you a little bit of time if anybody wants to step into the ring, as it were, to challenge Cypher for the copy of Spirit Hunter Deathmark. Default. It's looking like it's going to be a win by default, yeah. For anyone that does want to enter, you have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and a little bit for the lag. Giveaway is closed. And as the only entrant, Cypher has won. I'll send you the code a little bit later, Cypher. Right, let's see who we've got that I can send you over to. So, I will be back on Wednesday doing some more Hobby Happy Hour, painting some more of the Flower Night. I am very, very excited about it. Oh, I know exactly where we're going. Hopefully I'll see you all then. We're gonna raid my buddy, David Vania, aka DMAC. One of my closest friends, both literally and figuratively at this point. And an absolutely exceptional gamer in general and speedrunner. If you're not already following D, you really should be. So pop on over and give him a follow. And stick around for the show as well, because it always promises to be an exceptional time. Right. Anything else I need to remind you folks about? Ah, yes. 31st of December, I will be doing a 24-hour long fundraiser to replace my computer. Thank you to everyone that's already donated towards that. I do really appreciate it. But if you want to turn up for the New Year's party as well, you're more than welcome. Donation is not mandatory, but much appreciated. Right, I'm going to fuck off and get some food. So, until I see you all next, I want you to take care of yourselves, take care of each other, wash your fucking hands, and have a fantastic week, everybody, however you're spending it. Now, go say hi to D for me.